Okay, this is a video to show how to recase your Pandora to turn it into one of these from the old black version. I've made this video because we're selling the cases on GBX website, and one person broke their screen while changing this over, so I thought I'd do a video to show how it's done. Right, first of all, take the battery out, obviously, and you'll maybe need some little snips and a screwdriver. So loosen the screws. There's 5 screws on the back, and then you want to just gently lift this bit up. However, if when you lift this it doesn't really want to come, just gently keep loosening off the screws, because sometimes they can get caught on the plastic, but eventually you want to very, very gently lift it off, and then you'll see the PCB. Take off the Wi-Fi cable, which is this one here, and then you'll see that the LCD, which is here, has a little cover on it. You just want to gently lift that up like that, and then the LCD actually just the LCD cable just pops out if you use your screwdriver to just use the 2 little clips on the edge and just keep pushing it gently back, not all the way, just leave it like that. Now remember that the power button is down here. That's going to fall off when we lift the PCB up. So we're going to lift the PCB gently. We're going to put the power button to one side. And now if you just gently lift it up, the cable should come out like that. And then you've got your PCB. That's the important part. So you can put that safely to one side. Next is the key mat, which comes out, just lifts out like that again. Put that nicely to one side with the power button. Try to keep everything together, because it's a nightmare if you lose one small component. Next, the light pipes, which are in each corner. You can usually just lift these out, put those over there as well. And then the other one, just be careful of the LCD cable on this one, and take the other one out. If you need to, I sometimes use the snips just to gently lift this one out over there. So then you've got now the components are out, but you've got the buttons. So don't turn this over by accident, because the buttons will fall out. Just gently tip the buttons into your hand and put those with everything else. Okay, so that's the bottom of the unit disassembled. Just gently move the Wi-Fi cable out of the way. Okay, now the top part, and this is the notoriously tricky part. It's easy if you've done it hundreds of times like we have, but it can be very difficult to get this top part open. First of all, take the screws out. These screws don't actually do anything, but take them out anyway to get them out of the way. Again, they should tip out. You can keep them if you want to, or you don't have to put them back in. That's that out of the way. Now, this is the hardest part of the job. Getting this out, it's very, very easy to break the LCD if you don't know what you're doing here. Basically, if you just pop the edges a little bit, just like that, and you'll see the clips will come up a little bit. But it's these top 2 corners that are a nightmare. And I want to show you something that might be easier if you're just only ever going to do this once, which is to cut the plastic away in the corners. And this may be a way of not breaking your LCD. And I'm assuming that the reason you're replacing your case is that you don't want the old one. So all I'm going to do is just start gently cutting away in the corner, like this. Gently just cutting that away. So you can see that I've taken the edge off the corner, and again, just keep going around like that. There's nothing behind this corner to worry about. The LCD doesn't go that far. So that's taken the corner off, and the thing that cracks the LCD is sometimes the plastic gets caught in these 2 corners, and the LCD will crack before the corners give way. Over in the other corner is where the Wi-Fi runs up to the corner, but cutting it away like this shouldn't go anywhere near it, really. As long as you don't go silly and start tearing it to pieces, just little by little, just cut these corners away. And after you've done this, this screen and this part of the unit will just lift out, which means that you don't have to kind of get in with a screwdriver or anything. If you want to, you can. I'll try and show you to start folding this back to reveal the clips, and then you can See how it's held in, and it's these top clips that get caught, and you can fold it back on that clip and then fold it back on that clip too. So now we fold all that away. If we gently just push it from the back a little, and I'm going to fold that again there, right. So now you want to fold up. I usually start with this corner here, and Ed's done a good video on changing the LCD cable, and it's kind of the same thing, is to just gently fold it until you can just get a screwdriver into that corner, and then push the screwdriver up just gently, 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 and all you're trying to do is just ease this out of this top piece. See, it comes out straight away there because we've cut the corners away. It's nothing holding it in, so ease it up, ease it up. And now this next bit is a little bit tricky, and it might actually, it can crack the plastic, which is fine when you're doing it for the first time. See, there's the Wi-Fi connectors there. Okay, so you're just going to gently pull this forward now, and there you'll see that, see if I can get it on the camera, that it's lifted up a little bit here, and that's starting to come away like that. And now you need to like sort of pull it towards you and twist it a tiny little bit, just a tiny bit, because you don't want to damage your LCD cable unless you're changing it at the same time, which is maybe advisable. So just turn it a little, there we go, and then ease it out of there, and then that's come away from there in one piece without cracking. Okay, so the next part is to get the LCD cable and the Wi-Fi cable neated out of here. In order to do that, we must remove the hinge, which is on the opposite side. Now, there's two ways to do this. You can kind of save the hinge by using a very, very thin screwdriver, and you can gently push it out, or as we're going to do is we're just going to send out spare hinges from now on. You just need to push the hinge through, which is again is something that if you do this all the time, it's really easy, but it can be really tricky and confusing. You just getting the edges past the lip, and then the hinge will just push through with the screwdriver like that. So the hinge has gone through, and now the hinge is through. This back piece will lift out like so, and very, very gently you can pull the Wi-Fi and the LCD cable through the gap. If you look carefully, you'll see there's a very thin gap that you can slide the LCD cable into, and once you slide it into there, it'll just nicely push through, and then you can pull through the Wi-Fi. So we've got the top bit off there like that, and that's the tricky bit done. The rest of it is very easy. You can now gently push the screen out. The screen on some units is glued in at the bottom, and on most of the black ones it will be. So don't pull too hard here, just nice and easy, because you don't want to crack the screen at the last moment. So nice and easy, nice and easy. The speakers pull off as well, they're just stuck down. Just take it really easy, don't try and rush this bit. I know you probably are eager to get your silver case on the unit, but there's no need to rush this final bit. There we go. Nice, and just last little bit, there, it's off. That's it. So now you've got the black case off your unit, and you can throw that away or wherever you like. Don't forget to make sure you've got all the little components that come with it, the hinge, the microphone part, which is in the case. I'll show you that. It's the microphone part. So the things that you should now have is the screen with the LCD cable, the speakers, and the Wi-Fi antenna, your keyboard membrane, the hinge, the two light pipes, the microphone pipe. You don't necessarily need the microphone pipe. Your 4 screen screws, again, they aren't strictly necessary. We've got your 4 buttons, which are there, Whoops, sorry, the battery ran low on the camera. So the power button, very important, very frustrating if you lose that. And of course the PCB. Right, now I will show you how to put all that into the silver case. There's a few little tips and tricks that'll be quite handy there. Then you will have a brand newly cased Pandora.